Welcome to Senior Care Channel. My name is Margaret Salisu Horadin, and I'm going to be your host. Today we're going to be presenting a very important topic. It's a very common topic, but not well understood by many. And that is why we have decided, as a result of the responses that we've been getting from viewers like you, to bring this topic to your attention. In addition to my presentation, I will advise that you click on the video by George Roach. He also presented on this topic. And what are we going to be talking about today? Today, we're bringing to you Medicare. If I were to ask you what is Medicare, I'm sure many of you know about it. You would tell me, yes, Medicare is my insurance. But then if we were to go deeper, for example, if I were to ask you, what does your insurance cover? Many people don't know. And we have, as a result of interviews with many seniors, they have requested that we talk more about this very special subject area. But before we go into Medicare, I'm going to be asking you some questions. Just want to test your knowledge of Medicare. So the questions will be on the screen, and you take your piece of paper, write them down, and provide answers. And then I will, at the end of the questions and answers, I will provide you with answers, and then you will test your knowledge about Medicare. So the first question that I'm going to ask you is, which of the following services is not covered by Medicare? The first is hospital bills, companion services, prescription drugs, doctor's bills. That's the first question. The second question is, you pay premium for which of the following coverage? Part A, Part B, all of the above, none of the above. And the third question is, which of the following is not paid for by Medicare during hospital stay? First, private room, including television and phone. General nursing, meals, surgical, and medical services. So which of these? Do you have the answer ready? We're going to go over them. For the first question, which of the following services is not covered by Medicare? We have hospital bills, companion services, prescription drugs, and doctor's bills. Out of this, the answer is number 2, companion services. And for the second question, the answer is you pay premium for Part B. You pay premium for Part B. We're going to discuss this at length during my presentation. And for the third question, the answer is private room, including television and phone. So now we are back to what is Medicare. Medicare is the federal health insurance program. It was created in 1965, and it covers all people aged 65 and older, regardless of your income or medical history. Presently, over 50 million people are covered. Medicare also covers people, if you are under 65, it covers you if you have disabilities, certain disabilities. We go into that later. Or people with any age with end-stage disease, such as permanent kidney failure that requires dialysis or kidney transplant. Now, when we're talking about Medicare, we have to know that Medicare has 4 parts. Part A, when you look at your insurance, is the hospital insurance. This covers your bills during the hospital stays, skilled nursing, hospice care, and for most people, it is free. You don't pay any premium on this. Part B is your medical insurance. This will cover if you have to go to the doctor, outpatient services, preventive services. You have home health services. With Part B, you pay deductible. Usually, the average is $147 for most people in a year. Then we have Part C, which is referred to as the Medicare Advantage program. This program is otherwise known as, you have it as a private insurance. You receive HMO, and all the Medicare A and B are covered in this program. Medicare Advantage programs or plans are private plans, private insurance. They contract with Medicare and to provide you with services. They cover Part A and B. Most importantly, Part D, part of the Medicare, which is the prescription drug coverage. This is voluntary. You don't have to subscribe to this program, but it will be to your advantage, especially if you're taking medication. So Part D would cover your drug expenses. And Part D is offered through private insurance. They are private plans. They contract with Medicare, and they pay for your medical, they pay for your drugs. But we're going to talk about this at length. Part D will cover the cost of your prescription plan, and at the long run, it will lower your prescription drug cost and will help to protect you against higher costs in the future. Generally, Medicare, when we're talking about Medicare, Medicare will pay for your hospital bills, it will pay for your doctor's bills, it will help to pay for your needed medications. That is, if you decide to go for the Part D, which is the prescription coverage. And it also provides you a choice between traditional fee-for-service plan, which allow you to see a doctor of your choice, or a Medicare Advantage plan, which is a private insurance option similar to an HMO. That is the Health Maintenance Organization, or the Preferred Provider Organization. Now, talking about Medicare, please know that Medicare does not cover out-of-pocket costs. Your out-of-pocket expenses. This includes your copay, your deductibles, your dental, your hearing, your vision care, or if you have to stay in the nursing home for a very long time, or you need routine assistance with activities of daily living, such as assistance with bathing, with dressing, and all other daily activities. Medicare will not pay for companion. If you need someone to take care of you at home, Medicare will not cover that. Medicare will not cover you to get assistance with, someone helping you with dressing, someone helping you to eat. It will not. So you have to decide what you want, how you want your coverage. There are two main ways that you can get your Medicare coverage. The first is the original Medicare. Original Medicare will cover Part A, which includes your hospital insurance, and Part B, your medical insurance. Those are the two original Medicare. Then you're talking of Medicare Advantage plan, which is also called Part C. This is the private insurance that contracts with Medicare. If you need drug coverage for your prescription, you may decide to obtain Part D. So the choice is yours. You decide how you want your coverage. Medicare supplement insurance plans are also known as Medigap plans. Medigap is the name given to insurance plans that is known as the Medicare supplement insurance. This Medigap insurance plans supplement the gaps in Medicare coverage left by Medicare Part B. Now, the fact about Medigap insurance plans are not alternative to traditional Medicare like Medicare Advantage plans, but they work with traditional Medicare. Number two, Medigap insurance plans differ from Medicare Advantage plan as they have no deductibles, no co-pays, no network restrictions as to where you can receive medical treatment. That means you can go out of network. Medigap is the extra health insurance that you buy from a private company to pay for healthcare costs not covered by your original Medicare, such as co-payments, deductibles, and healthcare if you travel outside the United States. Now, Medigap policies does not cover long-term care, such as if you need to stay for a long time in a nursing home, or coverage for dental care, vision care, hearing aids, eyeglasses, private duty nursing. And most plans, they do not cover the prescription drugs. For Medigap, because it's a private insurance, you have to pay a monthly premium to maintain this policy. Now, the premium will vary among insurance companies, but the benefit of each standard Medigap are always the same. For instance, a Medigap Plan C policy should offer set benefits no matter which company you buy it from. However, Medigap policies are different in Massachusetts, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. However, if you use health services not covered by your Medicare, your Medigap policy may save you money in the long run. You have to decide whether paying for a Medigap policy makes sense for you. That is your choice. Also, Medigap policies are only available to people who already have Medicare Part A for hospital services and Medicare Part B for doctor services. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan, that is Plan C, Part C, you don't need a Medigap plan. Now, how do you enroll? The enrollment period. If you are going to buy a Medigap plan, the open enrollment period is 6 months from the first day of the month of your 65th birthday, as long as you sign up for Part B, or within 6 months of signing up for Medicare Part B. During this time, you can buy any Medigap policy at the same price a person in good health pays. Now, if you try to buy Medigap policy after 6 months, there is no guarantee that you will be able to get coverage. If you do get covered, your rates might be higher. For a Medigap plan, you pay monthly premium to the insurance company in addition to your Medicare Part B premium. Understood? The cost of your Medigap policy depends on the type of plan you buy, the insurance company that you go with, the location, and your age. A standard Medigap policy is guaranteed renewable. That means you can renew it every year, even if you have health problems, as long as you pay your premium on time. Now, if you have pre-existing condition, you may have to wait up to 6 months for coverage if you have any pre-existing condition. The insurance through which you buy your Medigap policy can refuse to cover your out-of-pocket costs during that period. But after 6 months, the Medigap policy will cover your pre-existing condition. There are exceptions to this rule. If you buy a Medigap policy during your open enrollment period and you have had continuous creditable coverage or a health insurance policy for the 6 months before buying your policy, the Medigap insurance company cannot withhold coverage for a pre-existing condition in that case. Now, insurance companies set their own prices and rules about eligibility, but the important thing for you is to shop around. Most Medigap policies will pay for some of your Medicare co-payments, co-insurance for medical stays, and some other services. Medigap insurance plans, how do they work? All you need to do once you have Medigap is to present your Medigap insurance card, the Medicare supplement. When you need a treatment at the doctor's office, hospital, or treatment center, you only have to show your Medigap insurance card to the doctor or to the hospital or the treatment center. Everything will almost magically be taken care of for you, so you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen. The fact is, once your claim is filed with Medicare for Part B charges, Medicare will in most cases send your claim directly to your Medicare supplement insurance company without you or your provider having to do anything. Then your Medigap insurance company will process the claim, often without ever touching human hands. For Medicare Part A claims, the hospital where you receive treatment is required to file with Medicare supplement plans for you. Therefore, with Medigap, if you have the insurance, you don't have to worry about claims. There is no hassles, there is no paperwork involved. You only need to compare Medicare supplements and find the one that is right for you. And all is taken care of for you. You have to understand that if you go for the less expensive ones, you will have fewer benefits and higher out-of-pocket costs. Most expensive plans will include extra benefits you are paying for it, like coverage for routine checkups, some Medicare deductibles, at-home recovery, and more. So it depends on what you pay for. You have to decide what sort of plans makes the most sense for you. In most cases, if you drop your Medigap policy, you won't be able to get it back. And some Medigap plans would cover your prescription drug as long as you pay your premium. Now, since the introduction of the Medicare prescription drug Part C, you can no longer sign up for this plan. If you already have a Medigap plan that covers drug, however, you can keep it. Now, for more information about Medigap plan, you can go to the website, the medicare.gov. That is www.medicare.gov, or you call the 1-800 number Medicare. Now, talking about Medicare, how do you get it? If you are in this country, you will automatically be enrolled for Medicare Part A and Part B if you are in this situation. 1, you turn age 65, you're already getting your Social Security or Railroad Retirement Board benefit. A Medicare card will be mailed about 3 months before your birthday, before your 65th birthday. If you are under age 65 and you are disabled, you will automatically get Part A. And Part B, after getting disability benefit from the Social Security or certain disability, usually after 24 months of being disabled and getting Social Security. A Medicare card will be mailed to you about 3 months before the 25th month of your disability. So if you are disabled and you are getting Social Security, you will get your Medicare card after 25th month. Please note the following. Part B is optional. You don't have to get it, but you must follow the following instructions. When you receive your card, automatically you are enrolled in Part A and Part B. But if you keep your card, you will be paying Part B premium. In other words, if you don't want Part B, you have to return the card. Now, the person, if you are not getting Social Security benefit, because you are still working, but you want to keep your Part A or Part B, all you have to do is to contact your Social Security 3 months before you turn age 65. Now, if you are working, if you worked for the railroad, you should contact the railroad board to sign up. If you have end-stage renal disease, that is, you have a permanent kidney failure that requires dialysis or a kidney transplant, you also need to notify them. You can also visit your local Social Security office, or you call the Social Security at 1-800-772-1213 to sign up for Part A or for Part B. Now, you may not be eligible for premium-free Part A if you have not put in money into the Medicare. We talked before about Medicare. Now, when can you get Medicare? If you don't automatically get Part B, or you are not eligible for premium-free Part A, you can buy Part A, or you sign up for Part B during one of the following times. You sign up for Part A or Part B during the initial enrollment period. That is when you sign up when first eligible for Part B. For example, if you are eligible for Part A when you turn 65, the initial enrollment period is a 7-month period that begins 3 months before the month you turn age 65. This will include the month you turn 65, and hence 3 months after the month you turn 65. So 7 months open period. Then you have the general enrollment period. If you did not sign up for Part A or Part B when you first become eligible, you can sign up between January 1st and March 31st each year. The coverage will begin on July 1st, but you will have to pay a late enrollment penalty. This is a higher premium. This is just because you failed to sign up when you were supposed to. Now, there are special enrollment periods when you may decide to wait to sign up for Part A or Part B because you are covered by a group health plan based on your spouse's current employment, or if you are disabled, a family member current employment. In this situation, you can sign up for Part A or Part B or both at any time while you have group health plan. And the coverage will be based on your current employment or during the 8-month period that begins the month after the employment, your employment ends, or the group, or when your health coverage terminates, whichever happens first. Now, this special enrollment period does not apply to people with end-stage renal failure. It is a special enrollment period. You can join anytime. And also for international volunteers. For example, you waited to sign up for Part A or Part B because you had insurance while you were volunteering in a foreign country. You will have a special opportunity to sign up. Remember, Medicare Part A and Part B have premiums, especially Medicare Part B. Most people don't have to pay for Part A because they've already put in money into Medicare while they were working. And that is why Part A is also called premium-free Part A. You put all your deductions in when you were actively working. But most people will pay a premium each month for Part B. There's a late penalty if you don't sign up for Part B when you are supposed to. That is when you are first eligible. And the late enrollment penalty can be very hefty, can be very expensive. Now, when you join a Medicare Advantage plan, remember Part C, when you join that, there are specific times that you can sign up for this plan, for the Medicare Advantage plan, or even the Medicare drug plan. When you first become eligible for Medicare, that is when you turn 65, during your initial enrollment period, you join. Also, between October 15 and December 7 each year, with your coverage beginning January 1st of the following year, you join. Now, if you have under certain circumstances that qualify you for special enrollment period that we have mentioned, and I'm going to go over them. That is, if you move out of the planned service area, you have to pay both Medicare and Medicaid, or you have some qualifying extra help to pay for prescription drugs, or you are living in an institution like in a nursing home, this special enrollment period. You may also join or switch or drop a Medicare Advantage plan at other times under certain circumstances. So you have to call your insurance plan or your insurance company to ask what these circumstances are. Now, what happens if you no longer want Part C and you want to switch back to original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B? There is the open enrollment period. This is every October 15 to December each year. You can switch back to original Medicare. And the original Medicare that we're talking about is Part A and Part B. The coverage, when you switch back, the coverage will begin on January 1st of the following year. So you are not tied to any insurance plan. Now, the Medicare Advantage disenrollment period, that is, if you decide, I don't want this Part C again, you want to disenroll, you have to do it between January 1st and February 14th of each year. Now, if you are in a Medicare Advantage plan, you can leave that plan, like I said, and switch to the original Medicare. If you switch to original Medicare during this period, you have to wait until February 14 to join the Medicare prescription drug plan. That is if you decide to add the Part D to your coverage. And the coverage will begin the first day of the month after the plan gets the enrollment form. So you send the form to the Medicare office and you will be able to get your coverage. Now, during this period, this waiting period, you cannot get the following. You can do the following. You can switch from the original Medicare to a Medicare Advantage plan, and you can switch from one Advantage plan to another. You can also switch from one Medicare prescription drug plan to another. Or you can join or switch or drop a Medicare savings plan, savings account plan. So there are situations where you may decide that you don't want to stick to one insurance company, or you want to move from Medicare Advantage to your original Medicare, which is Part A and Part B. I hope that this information has been most useful, and if you have any question, please do not hesitate to give us a call. Our phone number is on the screen. You can also reach us at www.seniorcareontv.com, or you can send us your questions through our email at info@seniorcareontv.com. Thank you.